Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my video today. Today it's a video about Benny Lewis, who say that he is a polyglot. But let's find out and see if he can really speak all those language that he say that he can speak. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers and to my viewers. Especially thank you to my subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Let's continue. Benny Lewis, you I told you I will come back for you. When I showed my Luca Lamparello videos, then I told you I will come back for you. When I see this comment, you fuck. I'm going to show your channel and then we will see how many languages you can speak. I'm not going to read all this long comment. I will just show it. Then if you want to read it, then you can read it. This comment is just saying something about that people who speak bad about those polyglot YouTubers or don't believe them or something like that. They're just negative people or have something negative on their mind, and people from Reddit, forums like Reddit, they also have some negativity in their life or in their mind or blah blah bullshit. All of these polyglot YouTubers, they will make some videos or some comments like that. They will act as if people don't believe them that they can speak many languages, then those people are just negative or jealous or some bullshit like that. But I will show you the comment here, then you can read the comment if you want. You can just click on pause. You can click on pause if you want, then you can read the whole comment if you want to read it. I'll just show it here slowly, but you can click on pause if you want to read all this long bullshit nonsense. You can click on pause if you want to read this shit. If you want to read all this nonsense shit, long bullshit story, then you can click on pause. If you want to read all this long nonsense bullshit, then you can just click on the pause button and then you can read it. But I'm not going to read all this long bullshit nonsense. But let's go back to his channel again, to Benny Lewis channel. Let's go back to his channel again. But let's see here, Luca Lamparello also respond to him. Holy shit. Honest and true words, Benny, blah blah blah. I know what you went through. We talked about it when we met in Paris. He met Benny Lewis in Paris. He met Benny Lewis in Paris in 2013. All the scammers, they meet each other and know each other. All the scammers, they meet each other and know each other. This scam community people. Okay, let's go back to Benny Lewis YouTube channel and continue. Let's find out how many languages this can speak. I told you I'll come back again, Benny Lewis. I told you I'll come back after you. I'll come back after all of you. scammer, polyglot scammers. Here is the YouTube channel of Benny Lewis. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers and to people watching my videos. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. I will show you many more polyglot YouTubers in other videos very soon. So let's find out here, Benny Lewis, how many languages can he speak? He also has some other YouTube channels here. But see here, there's nothing about here about how many languages he can speak. United States of Scammers. The United States of Scammers, with so many polyglot scammers. What I see in one news that I'm going to show you, in one of the news, is say that he's from Ireland, that he's Irish from Ireland or something like that. But here it says United States, so maybe he moved to USA. He moved to USA so he can live there in USA, near from the other polyglot scammers, so they can all meet, all the polyglot scammers can meet there in USA. Benny Lewis say that he's from Ireland. Benny Lewis says that he's from Ireland, but look here in his more info here in the description. And then look, in the description it says, I'm Benny the Irish Polyglot. In the description it says, I'm Benny the Irish Polyglot. He said that he's from Ireland, but look here, down here in the more info. In the more info it says United States. In the more info it says United States. So is he really from Ireland? In the more info it says United States. If you look the more info it says the United States. But here in the description he said that he's from Ireland, Irish Polyglot, and many times he would call himself the Irish Polyglot. So is he really from Ireland or is he from USA? But in both cases he can only speak English. In both cases he can only speak English. Ireland or USA, he can only speak English. That's what I think. Ireland or USA, in both cases he can only speak English. But if he is really from Ireland, then why here in the more info it says United States? If he's really from Ireland, why in the more info it says United States? And also in his April Fool joke, he said that he is from USA. In his April Fool joke, he said that he's from USA. So maybe he's from USA. Maybe he's from USA, but just lying about being from Ireland. Maybe he's from USA, but lying about being from Ireland. But Ireland or USA is the same, like one language English. Ireland and USA, same one language English. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he is from Ireland or USA. In both cases, I think he can only speak one language, that's English. But here there's nothing about how many languages he can speak. I'm Benny the Irish Polyglot. See, he say he's the Irish Polyglot. I'm Benny the Irish Polyglot, but here it says United States. So maybe he's Irish but living in USA. Or maybe he's American, but I think maybe he's Irish but living in USA. But it doesn't really matter because the only language I think he can speak is English. Irish or American, I think he can only speak English. Maybe he knows some beginner stuff in other language, but we will find out in this video and other videos that I will show of him. He say here, I'm Benny the Irish Polyglot and I make videos to encourage language learners. You encourage language learners by your shit videos. You are never too old to learn a language, and you're also never too old to scam people. You polyglot YouTubers, you're never too old to scam people. You keep scamming people even when you get older and older. You'd still continue scamming people. Here my videos include language hacking tips to help you move forward in your target language, blah blah, encouragement and motivation. In case you have always thought you were too old, untalented to learn a language. Untalented. Fuck. Missions of my own intensive language learning project and blah blah blah. I make a mission here. To show what kind of scammer you are. Interview in many language with native speakers. Documentary style videos, blah blah. Live question and answer to talk with you directly and answer my question you may have. Fun collaboration with other YouTubers including music videos, blah blah blah. Fluent in 3 months blog. You have a blog about being fluent in 3 months. He said that you can be fluent in any language in 3 months. This bullshit guy, he said that he will become fluent in any language in 3 months. His Instagram, language learning products. Let's see, what is this language learning products? Okay, let's see this one, my language learning products. What is he selling here? Also have TED Talk and language hacking course, best language podcast, Twitter, Patreon, support me on Patreon. Let's see this one, my language learning products. Fluent in 3 months with Penny, the Irish. What is this? The course. Fluent in 3 months, the challenge. Have 15-minute conversation in a new language after 90 days, guaranteed, or give you your money back. Yes, I want to have a 15-minute conversation in a new language after just 90 days. My unique system for speaking a new language is so powerful that I guarantee it will work for you or give you your money back. Really? You will give people their money back? You scammer will give people their money back? I don't believe you. This system works even if you have no time to learn a language, feel nervous about having a real conversation with native speakers, have tried and failed before to speak a new language, struggle to stay motivated to learn, have no talent for languages, are a total beginner or a forced beginner or an intermediate learner, want to learn for a specific reason, for a trip, for your loved one, for work, want to learn Spanish, French, German, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, or any other language. Yeah. And you will teach people the language? Or just some language learning advice? Just some tips and methods? Following my system. You will just tell them about your system, your scammer system. Follow my system, you will learn any language to conversational level in 90 days. So now it's conversational level in 90 days. Before he say that you can be fluent in 90 days. On his other YouTube channel and some video he say that you can be fluent in 90 days. Now it's conversational level. Here's someone, Tina Crouch. If I 3M student. When I started, I could fit probably everything I knew into less than 30 seconds, and that at the end of the 90 days, I went past my 50-minute goal. I had a 30-minute conversation after 90 days. Really? Language are an invitation to a whole new world, the freedom to travel anywhere, the confidence to start conversation with anyone, the adventure of speaking to people in their own language. Learning a new language stimulates your brain. It allows you to experience other cultures from the inside, and it gives you the confidence to start conversations with people you would otherwise never have met. Do you want to have real, comfortable conversations in a new language? Live and work overseas, open your mind to different cultures, make new friends from other countries, travel the world freely and comfortably, develop deeper connections with your family, talk to new people, and create amazing connections. Then join me inside. Yes, I want to have a 50-minute conversation in 90 days. Bullshit. I have I have asked thousands of language learners about their biggest barrier to speaking a new language. Here's what they tell me. I have no time to learn a language. I'm not talented at languages. I don't know how to find the courage to talk to people. I bought 1,000,001 books, but I don't have the motivation to use them. I get nervous when initiating a conversation. I have no idea where to begin. I'm scared of making mistakes and looking stupid. You fuck. Do you identify with any of these comments? I do for sure. When I moved to Spain in my early 20s, I could only speak English. I lived there 6 months and I was still terrified of starting a conversation in Spanish. I took Spanish classes. Even then, I didn't have the confidence to go out and talk to people. Eventually, something changed, and fairly quickly, I became fluent in Spanish and confident at speaking the language in real conversation. I'll share more on that in a moment. Really, you became fluent in Spanish in 6 months. But spoiler alert, here is what I have found. Spoiler alert or scammer alert? Spoiler alert or scammer alert? I think it should be scammer alert. Following the right method, you can become a motivated language learner who always has time for languages, find a grit to succeed at languages, impress your friends with your language smarts, make new friends from around the world, have a 15-minute conversation in a new language after just 90 days. I say that already? Yeah, shit. You said it already. That might sound too good to be true. Yes, if something sounds too good to be true, then it's not true. If something sounds too good to be true, then it's not true, because you are scammer, and scammer. And I'm going to show that in this video. I'm going to prove what a liar and scammer you are. If you would have told me that while I was first learning Spanish, I would have thought so too. Yeah. So did you learn Spanish? Did you really learn Spanish? And can you speak all the language that you say you can speak? It wasn't until I discovered my language learning method that things clicked for me. Really, your language learning method? Your language learning method or your scammer method? I think you mean your scammer method. The method you and other polyglot YouTubers use to scam people. I think you mean the method that you and the other polyglot YouTubers use to scam money from people. Benny Sh. Here is Benny Sh. You might know me as the author of the first bestseller, Fluent in 3 Months. First bestseller, Fluent in 3 Months. How can a scam lying book become bestseller? That's like bullshit. Or you might have seen me profiled in National Geographic or speaking at TEDx. This have been on National Geographic and TEDx. Because this kind of programs and channel, they support scammers. This National Geographic TV channel, if they show him, then they're supporting a scammer. Also this TEDx. But National Geographic, maybe they showed him, it was more about traveling. If National Geographic showed him and it was about traveling, then maybe it's not too bad if it was just about traveling and it was not about how many languages he can speak. I mean, if he was on National Geographic because he traveled many countries, then it's just about traveling, then it's not about speaking many languages. But I did not watch it, so I don't know if it's only about traveling. But I just want to say the one on National Geographic, if it's only about traveling, then maybe it's not something bad, or then it doesn't mean they're supporting scammers. I mean, if when he was on National Geographic, if it was only about traveling, then they're not supporting scammers. But if it was about language learning also, then they're supporting scammers. But this TEDx, they're supporting scammers, because this TEDx, they are working together with many polyglot YouTubers. This TED and TEDx, those channels. Over the past 10 plus years, I have traveled to over 40 countries, become fluent in 7 languages. Yeah, you become fluent in 7 languages. Become fluent in 7 languages, conversational in another 4, and I've gotten by in another 12 language. Okay, so you want to say that he is fluent in 7 languages and conversational in 4, so that's 11, and then you also can understand or speak a little from 12 more. So 11 and 12, that's like 23. So you want to say you can speak 23 language or something like that? Or what is this bullshit? Like fluent in 7, conversational in 4, that's 11, plus got by in another 12, so that's 23 language. Really? You can speak 23 language? You fuck. Thanks to my adventure and the charm of my lilting accent, I have been given the nickname Benny the Shit Polyglot. Benny the His nickname is Benny the Shit. Benny the Scammer. Your nickname, your new nickname, your new nickname, Benny the Scammer. Benny the Scammer. As I mentioned just now, it hasn't always been this way. Confession time. Okay, are you going to confess that you're a scammer and liar? Will you confess to us that you're a scammer and liar? I don't think so. Confession time. When I started out with language learning, I didn't have a clue, not a single clue. I'm not natural or gifted with language, and I didn't consider myself a particularly dedicated learner. How have I learned so many languages? Here is what changed things. Okay, so he didn't have any clue. He didn't have any clue about language learning. He didn't know anything about language learning. He could only speak English. He could only speak English. He could only speak one language, English. He did not have any clue about language learning or know anything about language learning, and he could only speak one language. Suddenly he found out how to learn 10 or 20 or 30 language in very short time. I think what changed is that you became a scammer. What changed is that you became a scammer and liar and making lying stories. I think what changed is that you became a scammer and liar and making lying stories, same like the other polyglot YouTubers, just lying and scamming and fooling people. Here is what changed things. I figured language is about communication. Really? Are you sure? Language is about communication? Really? Wow. He found out that language is about communication, because no one in the whole world know that language is about communication. No one know that to speak a language you are communicating with other people. Oh wow, amazing, you fuck. I figured language is about communication. Fucking idiot, man. It's about meeting interesting people. Really? It's about discovering new worlds. Yeah, new worlds. It's a social thing. Okay. I think some first grade kid in school can write like this. Some first grade in school can write these four things or something like that. You don't need to be smart to write this 1, 2, 3, 4 and write these things. Like, language is about communication. It's about meeting interesting people. It's about discovering new worlds. It's a social thing. Anyone could write like this. Even just someone in first grade or second grade in school could write something like that. Like, what the fuck, you fucking abnormal shithole. So often we make language learning about sitting at a desk reading from this textbook. All the fun and passion are drained away, and language learning should be all about fun and passion. I found that if I simply started speaking a language from day one and immersed myself in that language, I naturally picked it up. Really? Even if you pick a language up. Even if you pick a language up by speaking it from day one and from speaking with people, even if you learn a language from speaking with people, you're not going to be fluent in a language in 3 months. You're not going to be fluent in a language in 3 months, and you're not going to learn 11 language or 12 language or 20 language or 23 language or 30 language in just few years. You're not going to learn 10 language or 20 language or 30 language in few years, even if you're speaking with people and practice the language speaking with people. It takes many years just to learn one language. Just to learn one language, it can take many years. Especially if you're going to learn two or three or four new language from beginning, it can take you many years if you're going to learn 2 or 3 or 4 language. And then you want to tell us that you become fluent in 7 language and high level or something in 4 language and know something from another 11 language. You want to say that you learned 23 language. You want to tell us you learned 23 language in 5 years or 10 years or something like that. You're full of bullshit. I've never had a conversation in Spanish before this challenge, as I never thought I was ready. Doing this challenge and having the support and encouragement of everyone pushed me to do the thing I was too scared to do. Talk. Danny Fowler, FI3M student. So he called it FI3M student. Or he called it FI3M. His course, he would call it FI3M or something like that. And those people who make this review, there's a big chance they're working with him. Those kind of people who make this kind of review of this, like this one and the other one, there's a big chance this Tina Crouch and this woman here also, Danny Fowler, there's a big chance those people are working with him. By meeting interesting people and wanting to know more about them, I found I wanted to learn. Motivation was key, and I will show you how to find yours. Confidence is also vital. Again, I will share how you get that. With confidence and motivation, you can learn any language. That's why I developed systems to help me and others find confidence and motivation when they are learning a language. As you have probably guessed, I would like to share it with you. Really, you have developed some systems and found out some systems that teachers who are teacher in language, like language teachers who have been language teachers in school and high school and college and university, like that. Some language teacher in university who have been language teachers in university for 20 years or 30 years or more. They did not find out this kind of stuff, but only you polyglot YouTubers found some special systems and special methods and special techniques. Only the polyglot YouTubers know about this kind of systems and special techniques and special methods. You scammers, polyglot YouTubers, scammers. I truly believe it is one of the best methods by which to go about learning a second language, third language, fourth language. Even it's fantastic. Emon Gilligan, if I3M student. Okay, so you have some people here who say this kind of things so you can make people believe you. So you have some people here who will say some good things about your scammer course. You have some people here who will say good things about your scammer course. So people who watch this will think that it's real, so they will pay money to your scammer course so you can make money scamming people. So you can make money scamming people so you can travel the world. You want to make money scamming people so you can travel the world and meet women and have fun. He scam people with his language course and his ebook and his YouTube channel and other things like that, and the interview he make and all the money he make. The money he make from scamming people, he use that money to travel other countries and to meet women and drinking and maybe also taking drugs and smoking. He scam people, he scam money from people so he can travel the world and spend money in other countries and have fun. So he will take people's money so he can have fun. He will scam people and scam their money so he can travel the world to have fun. I will show you how to fall in love with language. Really following my method. Your method. You will open the doors to the adventure of language learning. Yeah. Here are just some of the things you can do once you know the real secrets to learning a second language. Wow. To know the secret to learn a second language. I can already speak 3 languages fluently, and I know some language number 4 also a little, and some other language too. So I think I know what it takes to learn a language. If I'm fluent, if I can speak 3 languages, I have been learning 3 languages, and also number 4, I think I know what it takes to learn a language, and I think I know how long time it takes to learn a language. You will not become fluent in a language in 1 week or 1 month or 3 months. You will not become fluent in a language in 3 months, no matter what kind of methods or bullshit you use. No matter what kind of methods or system or shit or bullshit you use, you're not going to become fluent in a language in 3 months. You're full of bullshit. And you're not going to learn 11 language in few years and become fluent in 11 language in few years. You fuck. Travel the world, immerse yourself in a full cultural experience with every new place you visit. Have the confidence to live abroad, understand the cultures you visit from the inside. You scam people's money so you can travel to other countries and drinking and have fun. You fuck. Embrace your passion for learning, fall in love with language learning. It's all about passion. Stimulate your brain by reading books and newspapers in your new language. Get a broader perspective as you discover new ways of thinking. I wanted to talk to people in a different language, and that's definitely what this challenge will get you to do. Brandon Santos, FI3M student, really? So this Brandon Santos and the other person, so these people, they just help him to scam more people. They will say something good like this so people will believe in him, so they will pay for his scammer course. They will write something nice so people will believe him and spend money on his scammer course. And when people spend money on his scammer course, then he use that money to travel to other countries or live in other countries. He go and live in Brazil. He go and live in Brazil for how many years? And when he lived there, then he just used the money he scammed from people. He lived in Brazil for how many years? And then he used the money he scammed from people to live in Brazil and to drinking and party. He drink and party and meet women and spend time with women and smoking or taking drugs, and then he just spent the money he scammed from people. The money he scammed from people, he used that money to travel and live in other countries and to spend time with women and drinking and smoking and taking drugs and just having some fun. It's fucking scammer. That's what the polyglot YouTubers do. They're just some scammers. They make some scammer course. They make some scammer course and some ebooks and other kind of stuff like that, so they can scam money from people, so they can go and stay in other countries and spend that money. And if it's a guy who is a polyglot YouTuber, he will go and use that money on some woman. If it's a woman polyglot YouTuber, then she will go and use that money on some guys to spend time with some guys and drinking and have fun like that and go and live in other countries. They're all scammers going to other countries, spending the money they steal and scam from people. The money they steal and scam from people, they go and spend it to travel and live in other countries. Okay, blah blah blah, bullshit, bullshit. Okay, all this just bullshit. Introducing the Fluent in 3 Months challenge. Have confident conversations in your new language. You can speak a new language in real conversations. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when you have learned an entire dictionary and you have got perfect grammar right now. The Fluent in 3 Months challenge is about speaking a new language now. So having real conversations, I have found that this is the single most effective way to learn a language. Time and again, students tell us, I always wanted to learn a new language and I tried a million different techniques, but it only actually happened when I tried the Fluent in 3 Months method. Really? So people in the whole world cannot learn a language. So people in the whole world cannot learn a new language only if they use your scammer method, Fluent in 3 Months, then they will learn a new language. So all people in the whole world, they cannot learn a language. All people in the whole world, they cannot learn a new language. So all these people in the world who learn a new language, how did they learn a new language? All these people in the whole world who learn 1 or 2 or 3 new language, how did they learn some new language, but they did not use your scammer Fluent in 3 Months method? They did not use your Fluent in 3 Months scammer method, but still people are learning language. Is fuck. Time and again, students tell us, I have always wanted to learn a new language and I tried a million different techniques, but it only actually happened when I tried the Fluent in 3 Months method. Yeah. Son of a liar, scammer, son of a. You will teach people to become fluent in 3 months in any language with your scammer method. Now, before I tell you more about what's inside the course, there is an important question I want to answer. You know, this is totally scammer. Look very long. Look how long this one. Look how long this bullshit. If you find some websites, if you have before click on some website, you know, there's some website where some website on the internet, if you click some link and then there's something that want to scam you, there will come some commercial like that you can become rich, in very fast, or that you can get $10,000 per month or $100,000 per month, or you can become very rich very fast or something like that. And when you click some of this link, then there's some very, very, very long story like that, but it doesn't tell you how you will become rich or anything. And after you read all this long story, there you did not find the answer. After you read all the long bullshit story, you don't find the answer, and then after you have to click OK. And if you click OK, it will send you to some other link that it will try to hack you or hack your computer or scam you like that. This is exactly the same, just some bullshit, long bullshit story. Bullshit. Let's see what is all this bullshit. Okay, here what's waiting for you inside the scammer bullshit course. You'll get a ton of course content inside the Fluent in 3 Months challenge, blah blah blah. I insisted on keeping my videos short, usually under 10 minutes, because I want to make sure you get straight to the good stuff, blah blah blah. Get your first assignment for the challenge so you can hit the ground running. You will also learn my 80-20 rule for language learning, so you will know where to focus your energy for the best results. It's not what most language learners think. Okay, that's number one. Module number one, just bullshit. Module 2, how to keep coming back to language learning. In this 3-part module, you will learn why I still couldn't speak a single sentence of German after 5 years of learning at high school, and what changed so I now start speaking a new language on the first day. Okay, so in high school he could not speak a single sentence in five years. In high school he studied German for 5 years, but still he could not speak a single sentence of German, and he could not learn one sentence in German in 5 years. 5 years studying German in high school, he could not say one sentence in German. That's how stupid he is. This is the reality. He is very stupid. He cannot even say one sentence in German after 5 years of high school. And I don't know how many years he studied high school. If he's in high school for 5 years or 10 years in high school, maybe he did not even finish high school or something like that. He's just some unintelligent dumb shit. He's just some unintelligent dumb shit, and then he chooses to become scammer. He's just some stupid unintelligent dumb shit, and then he chooses to become a scammer. Same like the other polyglot YouTubers. They're just some stupid dumb shit abnormal people who have ADHD or some other abnormal thing in their brain. They're just some people with ADHD or other abnormal people, and then they will choose to become scammer, and then they will pretend that they can learn a language very fast when most of them can only speak one language. Even their own language, they cannot speak it correctly, and after they will pretend that they learn a new language in few weeks or few months. One short phrase to memorize, so you will be hungry and excited to learn more every day. One short phrase to memorize. That's what you do. You just learn few phrases, few sentences or few phrases, and then make some videos pretending to speak the language. You just memorize and practice few sentences and then pretend you know the language. I know you, all of you scammers, but we will see your videos. So their scammer course, those polyglot YouTubers scammer course, they will do same like their YouTube channel and their ebooks. They will just teach people few sentences in every language. If they teach them German or Dutch or Swedish or any language, they'll just teach them few sentences. Maybe they'll teach them 20 or 40 or 50 sentences in a language, and then the rest of the coaching will just be a lot of talking and a lot of ideas and a lot of advice, just a lot of language learning advice, and then teach them few sentences in the language. They will just give them a lot of language advice and then teach them some sentence in the language, and teach them something like questions and answers, just some questions and answers to memorize, and some few sentence to memorize and practice pronunciations, same like their YouTube channel and same like their ebooks, and then they will take money for that. That's what their coaching is about. Just language learning advice, and if they teach them a language, they will only teach them some sentence to memorize. If they teach them a language, they'll just teach them some sentence to memorize, or else they will find someone who is native speaker of the language to do the language teaching for them or something like that. They're just some fake scammers, all of those polyglot YouTubers. That language learning community is just a scam community. If you have bought any of those kind of course or ebooks or anything from those scammers, then you should report them. If you have bought any of this kind of shit like ebooks or those kind of course and you feel that you did not get anything from it, then you should report those scammers to the police. You need to report this bullshit. Don't allow them to scam more people. You need to report those scammers. They're just some scammers scamming you and taking your money. You need to report those scammers. Report them. Don't allow them to scam more people. If you don't report them, then they'll just keep scamming more people. Maybe you feel shy or bad to report them because you feel that maybe you just pay a small amount, or maybe you feel shy that someone scammed you and you feel shy to go and report them and say that you got scammed. Don't feel shy to go and say you got scammed. You should feel bad if you don't report them. If you don't report them, you should feel bad, because then you don't stop this. If you don't report them, then you don't stop this. If no one reporting them, then it will not stop. You need to report them. You need to report to scammers so they will not continue scamming more people. If you bought any ebook or any kind of course like that or anything from them that they scam you, then you need to report them. You need to report those scammers to the police, all those polyglot YouTubers and other scammers who do this kind of scam and fool you. You need to report those scammers so they don't continue scamming more people. So do something about it. Do a difference. Do a difference and report to scammers. The one thing I do to get the biggest buzz from language learning, the one thing I do to get, it sounds a little bit weird. Okay, how to bottle up the energy you feel at the start of a new language project so you can take sips of that excitement when your motivation is running low. The unique fluent 3 months daily checkup. Okay, I'm getting bored. This is just some bullshit. How I developed my fluent in 3 month system to be such an explosive. Okay, just a lot of how I do, and there's some methods. Language hacker mindset. Smarter and faster ways to learn language. The most powerful language hack I've discovered in my 15 plus years. So your whole course you will just talk about that there's some special methods and that people can learn a language very fast, and then talk about yourself and say that you have been learning many language in more than 15 years, and just a lot of talking bullshit. So all his course he will just talking a lot of bullshit, but he will not teach them anything. Only he will tell them about some methods and about some bullshit. He will not teach them anything. He will just tell them a lot of bullshit nonsense. So you will pay money for this course and join this course just so he will teach you few sentences or few questions and answers in a language, and give you some language learning advice, and tell you about his hacking and special methods, and talking about himself and his life and how he learned many language and how he learned fast and how he have some special methods. So you will pay money to him just so he can keep talking and tell you a lot of bullshit nonsense about his special methods and how you can do same like him and become fluent in 3 months same like him, and a lot of other bullshit. Just a lot of talking, like a real scammer. He will just talk a lot, and then you just have to listen to all this bullshit, and then you have to pay money also to listen to the bullshit. So not only you have to listen to a lot of bullshit and waste your time to listen to a lot of bullshit and get tired in your head to listen to all his bullshit, but you also have to pay money to him for that. That's like a real scam. Not just a scam, that's like a very annoying scam. You should really report this if you have paid money for this or from some other course from those polyglot YouTubers. You need to report this if you have paid for any course from those polyglot YouTubers, or if you have bought their ebooks or some other shit like that, then you need to report this shit. They're just scammers selling you some shit and you pay money for that shit. They're just some big scammers. You need to report to scammers. Okay, this is very boring, very boring. The complete fluent in 3 months conversation builder. Oh my god. Just a lot of boring bullshit. Blah 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 blah. We teach specific techniques you can use so you can start speaking your target language even before you have built up your vocabulary. Okay, so before they even learn anything, they can suddenly speak. Before they know any vocabulary or know anything, they can suddenly speak, or blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm getting bored. This is very long and very boring. Let's see more of his channel instead of this nonsense. Speak, we learn language to connect with others. It's not about your grandma. No, it's about your ugly fat grandma. Yes, I want to have a 15-minute conversation, 19 days. 1 minute past, blah blah blah. Okay, just bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Let's see what is this if I click here on this bullshit. Join the waiting list. The waiting list. Waiting list. Your mother, man. Your mother. What waiting list, you son of a... And find out when the next challenge starts. When the next scammer course will start. Your waiting list for your scammer course. So you can steal people's money, you son of a bitch. Scammer, son of... Should we watch this video? Let's watch what he's saying in this video, this son of a shit.
Fluent in 3 months. Really? Really? Is it really possible to be fluent in a new language after just 3 months?
I'll come to that in a moment. Fluent in 3 months. Really? Really? Is it really possible to be fluent in a new language after just 3 months? I'll come to that in a moment, and the answer might surprise you. But before that, here's one thing I can promise you. As a language learner, no matter what your situation, you can have a 15-minute conversation in a new language with a native speaker after just 90 days. You can learn a new language and have a 15-minute conversation in 90 days. Even if you're absurdly busy with other stuff in your life, like a job or studies or family or friends, and you've got no time for language learning. Even if you're an absolute beginner and you've never learned a language before. Even if you've tried and failed to learn a language because life happened or you ran out of the inner drive that you needed to keep learning. And even if the idea of chatting with a native speaker in another language feels like a huge step for you. Now, just imagine for a moment what could be possible for you if you could speak another language. You could travel the world and feel confident to explore places off the beaten track. You'd discover things that regular tourists never get to see. You could find an inner confidence to meet new people and make new friends from other countries. Friends that you could visit on your travels. You could find a new job thanks to your language abilities. You could get a promotion. Or you could even choose to live and work overseas. You could connect with loved ones who speak another language, perhaps having a meaningful conversation with them for the first time ever. You could tell yourself, I've done this. What else is possible for me? You'll open yourself up to new possibilities and new ways of looking at the world. All because of 90 days where you decided to try a new method for learning a language. I've seen students do all of these things when they follow my method, and you can achieve success like this too with your language learning. But why should you trust me? And who am I anyway? I'm Benny Lewis, creator of the
You are Benny scammer. You are Benny scammer, son of a. You are Benny scammer, son of a. You and your scammer method. You are in your bullshit scammer method. You, man.
website Fluent in 3 months. You might know me as the author of the #1 best-selling book that has the same title as my website, Fluent in 3 months. Or you may have seen me profiled in National Geographic or giving a TEDx talk. Over the last almost 2 decades, I've traveled to over 40 countries, and I've become fluent in 7 languages.
So you spend people's money, you scam people for money so you can visit 40 countries. You scam people for money and use that money to visit 40 countries. The money you scam from people, you use it to visit 40 countries. So the money you spend to visit 40 countries and the money you spend in those 40 countries, all that money or almost all of it came from the money you scam from people. So how did you visit 40 countries and how did you spend time in 40 countries? How did you go there drinking, having fun, meeting women, having fun? You did that from scamming people. You did that from scamming people, you fuck scammer, by pretending that you're fluent in 7 language or 10 language or whatever. Even I'm very sure it's just fake lie, but we will see your videos later. But I'm sure you can only speak English or something like that. Maybe you know some beginner stuff in other language, but I'm very sure that you're only fluent in English and the other language are just some beginner stuff or fake videos. Scammer.
And conversational in another 4. I'm telling you this because I want you to know that you're in safe hands here. I only started speaking other languages in my 20s, and during my time learning languages, I discovered my language.
You are in safe hands. You say that you're in safe hands. You are in safe hands to give him your money. You are in safe hands. You are in safe hands to give him your money so he can spend your money to travel to Brazil or Japan or China or some other country. So he can travel to Brazil and meet some woman and spend time with some woman or some prostitutes. You are in safe hand to spend your money on his course. So every time one person spend money on his course, then he can go and buy some prostitute in Brazil and spend that money on Brazilian prostitutes and go to the bar and drinking in the bar. So every time someone spent money on his scammer course or on his ebooks, every time someone spend money on his ebooks or scammer course, then he can use that money to go and meet some woman in the bar in Brazil and meet some woman, drinking, having fun. Scammer son of a.
Language hacking approach. Language hacking is all about finding the smartest, fastest ways to learn a language. And it's these hacks that I share in my program. I'll share one of them later in this video, so you can begin to see how these hacks work and how effective they can be. But first, talking of fast ways to learn a new language, let me answer the question now. Can you really be fluent in 3 months? The short answer is yes. In 3 months, it is possible to reach a high level of fluency in a language. I know.
Fuck you, son of a. son of a... Becoming fluent in 3 months in a language. You son of a liar, scammer. You just say that to people. You just say that to people so you can scam their money. You just say that to people so you can scam their money. And I'm very sure you're not fluent in any language, only English. I'm very sure you're only fluent in English. Stupid son of a scammer.
No, because I did it with German. I studied intensively for 3 months and got through an advanced level exam in the language. But there's a catch. With my German mission, I was living in Germany, and my main focus every day was learning German. German was my life. What about for the rest of us? I know that most of...
Even if you lived in Germany, you will not become fluent in 3 months. Even if you lived in Germany, you will not become fluent in 3 months. And if you become fluent in German, so it took you more than 3 months. If you did become fluent in German, then it took you more than 3 months. But we will find out if you can actually speak German or not. We will see if you have any video that proves that. But even a video can be edited. Even if you have some video, it can be edited and fake. If you can speak German fluently, you should make some live stream. All the language you say you can speak fluently, you should make some live stream speaking for 1 hour or 2 hours on live stream and prove that you can speak this language. We will see on your channel if you have any live stream speaking in other language. But I'm very sure if you have some live stream, it will only be in English. I'm very sure if you have some live streams only in English. And if you speak other language on live stream, it will only be few minutes. We'll see later your YouTube channel. We'll see what language you can speak, or if you have any live stream there in other language than English. Liar, scammer.
My readers are busy with work, friends, family, and other responsibilities. Now this is the part where I surprise people. When people ask me, how quickly can I become fluent? I like to dig a little deeper into what they want. I ask them a question in response. Here the question I might ask is, what do you want to do when you're fluent in your new language? And fluency isn't usually their main goal. What they want is one of the following: to make new friends around the world, to have real conversations with native speakers and feel comfortable during those conversations, to feel confident traveling to new cities in other parts of the world, to listen to music or watch TV in their new language. Whenever I hear one of these goals, and I hear these goals a lot, I feel a thrill of excitement, because I found someone whose dream is a lot closer than they imagined. All of those achievements that I just listed, like making new friends in another language, having confident conversations and so on, you can do all of that after just 90 days of learning, even if you have a busy life. The important thing is that you use the right approach during those 90 days. It doesn't take a lot of time, about 30 minutes a day, as long as you follow the right method. And here's the really exciting part.
30 minutes a day for 3 months and you will become fluent. Only 30 minutes a day for 3 months and you'll become fluent. Idiot. 30 minutes a day in 3 months and you'll become fluent. That's like 45 hours or something. 30 minutes a day in 3 months, that's 45 hours. So in 45 hours, you will become fluent in a language. In 45 hours, you son of a...
Once you can do those things in your new language, you'll find it easy to use your new language skills. And as a result, you'll feel excited to keep learning, and you will reach fluency much faster than you otherwise would have. Now, you might be wondering, hey Benny, what is your language hacking method? So let me tell you a bit about how it works. In fact, I'd like to share the core of my method, and this is a language hack you can start using today. I want to warn you that it will sound completely obvious when I say it. But even though it seems obvious, not many language learners use this approach. There are reasons for that, and I dig deeper into those in my program. So, here's the hack. The best way to learn how to speak a new language is to speak that language. I did warn you that it was obvious. And by speaking, I mean chatting with real people in your target language in real conversations, even before you feel ready. Like I said, there are specific techniques that you can use to do this and feel comfortable doing so. I actually like to have a conversation in my target language on the very first day. I start how I intend to continue.
Even if you speak from day one for 90 days, for 3 months, even if you speak from day one for 3 months, you're not going to be fluent in 3 months. You're not going to be fluent in 3 months. Even if you move to that country, even if you move to a country who speak that language you want to speak, even if you move to a country who speak that language and you speak with people or try to speak with people in that language, you're not going to become fluent in 3 months. You're full of bullshit. You're full of bullshit. Just some bullshit liar and scammer.
That is why my method is called Speak from Day One. So with my method, I'll show you exactly how to do this. I'll show you how to have easy, comfortable conversations with.
And this video, what language are you speaking now? You're speaking English the whole video. And I know on your channel you have some video in other language, but I'm very sure it's just some fake video or just some beginner stuff or something like that. But I'm going to show your channel. We will see how fake you are.
Native speakers, so you build up your language skills and your confidence faster than you ever thought possible. I'm so confident that my method works that I give a 100% money back guarantee. If you follow my method, you will have a 15-minute conversation in your new language after 90 days, or I'll give you your money back.
So people will pay you money just to have a 15-minute conversation. So 15-minute conversation mean that they're fluent in the language. I can also speak for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half hour in French. I can also speak for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half hour in French, or even for 1 hour or longer time I can speak in French, but it doesn't mean that I'm fluent in French. I can also speak for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes or half hour or 1 hour in French, but it doesn't mean that I'm fluent in French. It just means that I have learned some beginner stuff that I can say in French. I can also speak and say some beginner stuff in French for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or half hour or 1 hour. It doesn't mean that I'm fluent in French. You're full of bullshit. You scammer.
Now, when you follow my method, you'll feel like you have the magic keys to the kingdom of language learning. And you'll
Magic key to the scammer king. Scammer king, you're all scammers. But the biggest scammer king is Richard Simcut. The biggest scammer king is Richard Simcut. But you're also one of the people who have your channel for like 13 years or 10 years or how many years also. You're also one of these people who begin who started this scammer shit. You are also one of the people who started this polyglot scammer thing. You and Richard Simcott and Luca Lampariello and also Laushu. You are some of the people who started this, and also Steve Kaufman. You scammers.
You'll never look at language learning the same way again. My method isn't magic. You will actually have to do the work and learn your language. I'll just show you the smartest, most effective ways to do the work so you'll reach your goals faster and have that 15-minute conversation after just 90 days. It's a method that can work for anyone, no matter what your situation is. You need to decide for yourself whether this method is right for you. So please take some time to find out some more below. And if it's right for you, then join my program. It will be the best decision you've ever made for your language learning.
You son of a... You son of a... Your scammer course will be the best thing that someone have done for the language learning. Your scammer course will be the best someone have done for the language learning. Son of a... Scammer. Fuck. Son of a...
Here's to your language learning. I'll see you inside the program.
You son of a... Man. You son of a... Scammer. Old son of a... Scammer. Here, this one fluent in 3 months. Fluent in 3 months, have confident conversations in weeks instead of years. You can be confident at speaking any language. Benny Scammer. I'm here to help you be confident in speaking a second language. A bit about me: I'm a fun-loving Irish guy and a full-time globetrotter. I'm fluent in 7 languages. Nah, bullshit. We'll see if you're fluent in 7 languages, you fuck. Able to have confident conversations in 4 others and have dabbled in dozens more. Really? Dabbled in dozens more. But it hasn't always been that way. When I finished college aged 21, the only language I spoke was English. Okay, so when he was 21, he could only speak English. When he finished college as 21 years old, he could only speak English, and now he can suddenly speak 23 languages or something. When he was 21 years old, he could only speak English, 1 language, and now suddenly he can speak 23. There is a very big chance that you can still only speak 1 language, that's English. There is a very big chance that you can still only speak 1 language, that's English. What changed? I discovered a simple system for learning language. With this system, I found I could be confident at speaking any language in as little as 3 months. Okay, if you want to tell us that you became fluent in every language in only 3 months, and you only practice or something for 3 months every language, then I'm very sure you cannot speak any of the other language. And if you can speak some language, maybe you know a little Portuguese. If you stayed in Brazil for some years, maybe you know a little Portuguese. But except of that, I think you cannot speak any language, but we will see on your YouTube channel how it looks like. At age of 21, he could only speak English, and then he want to say that now he can speak 23 language, or that he's fluent in 7 language, and know some stuff in 4 language, and know some other stuff in another 11 language. Just some scammer, man. Just some scam or subscribe to my channel now. Remember, subscribe to my channel. See you. اشترك في القناة دلوقتي. افتكر اشترك في القناة. أشوفك. السلامة. Husk at abonnere på min kanal nu. Husk at abonnere. Vi ses. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne maintenant. Abonnez-vous. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne.